Hey, what's up guys? I'm Ted from the A-Team. Welcome to 4-Minute Film School. Today I'm here with Casey. Casey is a professional gimbal operator living in Los Angeles. He does this for a living. He's done music videos for Flume. He's shot celebrities like Kristen Stewart, George Takei, Christian Bale, all kinds of people. So today he is here to talk to us about the 9 most important things that every gimbal operator needs to know. So, what is number 1?
Number 1 is gimbals don't replace the tools that you already have. They can perform a lot of the same shots in the same ways, but there's no reason to go out there and sell your slider, get rid of your jib, or never use a dolly again.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, gimbals are wonderful. They're great stabilizing tools. They give you amazing footage that adds tons of production value to what you're doing, but there's still a reason to use all those other tools.
Mm-hmm. So I can do a slider motion with my gimbal. Why do I need my slider?
Because a slider is locked down to a single axis. It's very precise. You can have repeatability. You can have good knowledge of what's going to happen when. You can hit those in frames exactly.
It's more precise.
It's more precise overall for everybody.
And that's the same for a jib too, or for any kind of other kind of like dolly or anything like that.
Exactly. The gimbal's best quality is also its biggest weakness. It's just a free thing. There's many chances to miss marks or miss frames, and obviously the more experienced you become, the more you practice, the more that's lessened, but still in the end it's a very free system.
Gotcha. So guys, your gimbal does not replace your old equipment. There's still a need for jibs, there's still a need for sliders, there's still a need for dollies. Number 2 is, what kind of motions are gimbals good for?
Gimbals are fantastic for tons of free motion because they're not typically tied down to anything like a dolly would be. Mm-hmm. You can have great vertical movement at the same time as moving through places. Mm-hmm. Obviously, people go crazy with the going through windows thing and going over ledges.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that can do that. So it's very fun. It can be very fluid and very natural to like an artistic way of moving the camera.
Gotcha. It's great for anything where you're kind of, I'm not going to say improvising, but it's kind of a motion that can feel like, you can move anywhere at any time. You're
exactly.
Not tied down at all.
Yeah, you find them really useful on fast-moving shoots, music videos especially, where a variety of shots are kind of needed in a short period of time.
Gotcha.
But again, you can do very planned, very precise movements. It just really depends on what the job calls for.
I see.
I would say gimbals aren't particularly well suited to one particular style of shoot. They have a great usability over a variety of styles of shoot. Are they the best tool for every single one? Probably not. However, they do encompass a lot of great motions that you can do and get nice stable footage.
Gotcha, okay.
Knowing why you're moving your camera in the first place. I was really worried when I first started doing this that all shoots were going to turn into gimbals with cameras constantly flying and spinning and orbiting around.
Wait, why
people.
not? I just spent all this money for a big gimbal and I shouldn't be flying around all the time?
Well, it's flashy and it's fun, but you really have to think about what serves your story. All the same rules from cinematography still apply to the gimbals. Are you pushing in for a reason to emphasize an emotion or a tone, or are you doing it because it looks a lot cooler than just having that one locked off shot?
So guys, watch out. Just because you got your gimbal doesn't mean that you should be moving all the time. Remember that when you do move, you're saying something in your film. Your camera is like a character. It can be curious, it can be excited, it can be intense. And if you just move randomly, you're not being selective. You're not directing your movie.
Exactly. You're being loose and fast, which is never the best way to sell your story or to push your audience in a particular direction.
Yeah, remember when you're making movies or commercials, you are directing the motion, you're directing the eye. You need to, really, it's not about having as much as something as you can. It's about funneling in, focusing on specific emotions and feeling them at that time.
Unless you're Michael Bay, then do it all the time. I got a parking ticket.